What's going on, guys? It's Smudger here, and today I've got a little tips and tricks video of how to get your snipers up to gold, unlock all the attachments as quickly as possible. And the first thing to point out is this does involve a time limited mode called Warzone Rumble. I did a video on this a few months back when it was last out, but I thought I'd do an updated video because obviously Cold War's come out and the meta's changed significantly. So let's get into it. And so if you don't know, Warzone Rumble is a massive team deathmatch, 52 versus 52 on condensed portions of Verdansk. It's sniper heaven, 95% of players will be using sniper rifles in some capacity, so it also makes it very, very easy for people to level up sniper rifles because they're not going up against assault rifles and SMGs constantly. Gives you that little bit of breathing leeway, because obviously if a sniper misses one shot, there's a good chance you can get that shot back on them. So let's talk about what you're going to bring into Warzone Rumble before you even load into the game. Because there's a few things you should probably be aware of, and the first thing's perks, is that sniper rifles with thermal scopes do exist and they will be found in Warzone Rumble, and so make sure you have cold-blooded equipped so you can't be seen by them, or at least you're a damn sight harder to see, because there's nothing more annoying than someone sat 500 meters away killing you because you're a bright orange speck in their scope. Next up is there's a constant UAV in Warzone Rumble, so make sure you run Ghost, stay off that, stay hidden. You're not really going to need much else. Hi, this is editing Smudge, and I genuinely thought there was a constant UAV, but looking back at it, it doesn't seem like there is. It's just that everyone's popping up constantly. I literally could have sworn down that there was a constant UAV. Either way, equip Ghost. Just wanted to clarify that. Third perk, do whatever you want with it. It's not really massively important. And then the other thing to note is field upgrades. So field upgrades, it is possible to run 2 at a time. It's using the Field Upgrade Pro system. You literally just go into the Field Upgrade section, it'll tell you how to do it. Run deployable covers and ammo boxes. Ammo boxes, because obviously you're only loading in with kind of like 15-20 bullets, and this will give you a nice little boost. You'll find a ton of people are running them, so you shouldn't run out of ammo. If you just have a look around, your teammates will probably throw one on the ground for you. And deployable covers, because at times in certain maps cover can be quite sparse, and so it's very, very handy to kind of have that extra bit of shielding, especially from a particular angle you can't keep an eye on at all times, because people are everywhere and the harder you are to hit the better, so just popping one of them up really, really helps, so I definitely recommend that. If we talk about the actual gameplay, when you load in you'll see that it is absolute carnage. And the best thing you can do, at least for the first few minutes, is kind of hunker down, find a nice little spot and scope out where people are going. Because people follow patterns, they will revisit the same 2 or 3 spots for the entire game. Because in their mind, if they get 3 kills from that spot, they're going to get 3 kills every time they go back to it. So if you take notice of where people are landing, and if you check those spots regularly, you'll probably find someone there. It's a pretty easy kill. But also be aware that people will notice if you're staying in the same spot, so even if you only change your angle kind of like by 2 or 3 feet, or if you go to an entirely new place, you're going to be far, far harder to kill. And so changing your angles, staying on your toes, don't stay mounted up on a wall, there's really no need, and make sure that you're as hard to hit as possible, because there's so much going on that people quite often miss their shots. It's very, very easy to kind of go on like a 1920 spree on this. Now this is going to be specifically for the Kar. It does apply to other sniper rifles, but I know a lot of people are looking to level up the Kar with it being the meta. And that is, your Kar build is going to be a bit different from what you take into Warzone. And that's because you're going to switch out the sniper scope for the variable zoom scope. Purely because, in Warzone maybe you're scoping into those really long distances for, say, a maximum of 2 minutes total in game. In this, it's like 10 minutes, 15 minutes total. 1, it strains your eyes to death, but 2, it makes things so much easier because everybody loves a head glitch in this game mode. You'll only see like the very, very top of someone's head. And so if you've got that variable zoom scope, it makes things a hell of a lot easier, levels up way quicker because you're hitting more shots, and obviously that's what gives you leveling up. And so the next thing I actually want to go on to, having said that, is that if this is the first time you picked up the Kar, or maybe you're picking up the Tundra from Cold War for the first time, Warzone Rumble is a fantastic way to level it up and get used to the gun without having the pressure of Warzone or dealing, with plunder and assault rifles and SMGs and really not getting a good feel for the gun. And so that's a fantastic way to do it, is that you're not loading into a game and you've only really used this gun once, or you've leveled it up in plunder loads and you actually have no idea how to use this gun, you have no idea how the bullet drop goes or anything like that. Warzone Rumble's a fantastic way to get used to a gun, so just bear that in mind if you are considering going down the plunder supply contract run. You know, it works very, very well, and you can always do that and test your builds in Warzone Rumble, but I definitely recommend getting some practice in with whatever sniper rifle you're going to choose before you load into a proper game. And I guess the final thing I wanted to touch on really, really quick is what you're putting on the barrel of your gun. Obviously you can choose the monolithic suppressor, which is fantastic if you know of a particularly sneaky spot, you've played the maps a few times, you know that you can get to a really, really nice hidden spot where you can pick off enemies without them really noticing you. Equip the monolithic suppressor for that, keep yourself off the map even more, really, really helpful. But if you are kind of engaging from distance, everyone knows what the sniper scope glint looks like, and so if you make sure you have the flash hider or the flash compensator, it's got about 60 different names in game now, equip that and you're not going to be one of those shining beacons essentially saying please come shoot me now. That is pretty much where I'm going to leave it today. Oh, and please make sure you equip double weapon XP. I don't know why so many of you forget about this. That is where I'm going to leave it today. As always, if you did enjoy the video, learn something new, make sure to hit like, subscribe if you want to see more. Hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.